Hi, I'm Megan Donnelly. I'm 20 years old. I'm a swimmer. I swim from the Guy's swim team and I'm studying biomedical science at Caledonia University. This picture is with me and double Commonwealth champion Rebecca Cook. She was the first woman to ever win 2 Commonwealth Championship medals back to back in the 100 metres freestyle. She also won medals at the European Championships and the World Championships, and she's been to multiple Olympic Games. This was when I was 12, and this lady was my idol. She was the person I looked up to. I wanted to be just like Rebecca Cook. Swimming is probably the most important thing in my life. It's the only thing I've ever really cared about. Most people want money and want iPads, but I've just wanted to be a good swimmer. I got into swimming by accident, like most people. I went to swimming lessons at the age of 4, 5-ish, and just had a natural talent, moved up through each stage very quickly, and before I knew it I was training 7 times a week, training mornings at 5:30 in the morning, and just found myself living this life. It's been a lot of commitment from my family. My dad and my brother don't really have as much of an idea as my mum does. They are not involved in it. My mum's the one that would run me to training when I was younger before I could drive. Leading up to the competition, it'll be a balance between me and my mum's organising skills. Mum will get in a lot of my food for me and she'll take me over to the competition, but when I'm over there I'm going to be staying in a flat just across the road just to save me travel time and save hassle for my mum.
Yeah, and we'll need to, what we tend to do as well is I would buy in all the food and we'll ship it all over and make it our dinners, because you're fussy about what you want to eat at a competition.
Yeah. As part of my training programme I have quite a strict diet, so I like to have a wee look inside my fridge. I eat a lot of eggs due to high in protein. I try to have a high protein diet. I do have a lot of carbs to help me train as well. But due to the nature of the racing that I do, I try to have more protein, trying to build muscle. I think that I'm quite, not muscly, but I do think I'm quite muscly, but when I turn up to competitions, compared to a lot of the other girls, I'm really quite small. So as you can see, this is the family fridge. So there are my 18-year-old brother's Saturday night good times in here, along with all of my healthy food. As you can see, there's an abundance of cottage cheese. That's something that I learned off my coach from in the past a few months ago. It's very high in protein, so I eat a lot of that, a lot of eggs. There's quite a lot of meat in there and a lot of vegetables down the bottom. There's only 2 cartons of milk in the fridge at the minute, but that's really quite rare. Usually there's 4, because I could easily drink one of them a day if my mum allowed me.
When she was younger, I would send her to competition with loads and loads of food, and you would come back and none of it was eaten, because that's the way you thought you had to do it. But as she's got more involved in swimming, you learn now that they should eat this and they shouldn't eat that, and things to keep away. So it is preparation, especially when you have got a competition coming up, especially the week before.
Yeah, the week before my diet changes as my training's getting easier leading up to the competition. I'll eat smaller portions, because the last thing I want is to put on a kilogram right before a race when I've not been training with that kilogram. So it's make sure my diet's right is a big part of my race day. It's probably the most important thing. Make sure I get a good breakfast in the morning, and my sleep is very important for my performance as well. I have a really good relationship with my teammates. I'm like the big sister of the squad.
Clubs are very much like that, and because you spend such an amount of time together in terms of training, you see each other more than you probably see your friends, and sometimes more than you see your family. Certainly that was the case when I swam. Yeah. So it is like that. You spend so much time together that it's far easier if you all go on really well.
I have some really close friends that I'll know I'll be friends with for life. It's not common that 20-year-olds have best friends that are 4 years younger than them. That's usually people think, well, they're too immature for me, but when you're swimming, it's completely different. They are your family. I see some of them more than I see my family. I can go for 2 or 3 weeks at a time sometimes and see my brother 3 times, just because he's got a busy life and I've got a busy life. But I'll see the people I train with sit for 16 hours a week. Plus, if I've got a competition, I'll be away with them Friday, Saturday, Sunday, spending every moment of every day with them. They are like my family. I don't know what I'd do without them. They're the most supportive. My mum is the most supportive person, but my teammates are the people that really do support me and get me by when times are tough.
I mean, your fees alone to get Megan just into a pool is nearly £1,000 just to get her in for training. Then on top of that, you've got costume now, your basic costume. Well, your costume as well.
Normal training costume, my club costume, that's £20, but my racing costumes are £220 a pop for a racing costume, and they're only guaranteed 8 swims out of a racing costume, and it can rip, or it just starts to lose its efficiency as well.
Then the goggles, they're £30?
Yeah, they're about that. It depends which ones you go for. Caps, that's a £5 as well. People just think you need a towel.
No, it's
a towel, a costume and goggles, but caps aren't to protect your hair, they're for speed. You can get caps that are £20-30 just because of the way they're moulded to make you swim faster. It's a lot of equipment involved in swimming as well that people don't realise as well. I had to have a snorkel. My snorkel, that's the most important equipment I have. And most people think that's really funny, why do you need a snorkel? You can swim. But that's used for technique. So big things like that, wee things like that, that's what builds up and makes swimming what it is. This is my swim team bag, as same guy there saying. Every day going training, I have a routine that I check my bag, so water bottles, cap, goggles, towel, swimming costume. Have usually put in a wee milkshake as well, just to get some nutrition after training. So that's all in there just now. These are stretch bands which are used to warm up with and cool down with. Shampoo compartments. I have the biggest load of rubbish in these pockets, just extra stuff. I have spare goggles, money, paracetamol, everything you can imagine there will be somewhere in this pocket. This is also my equipment. As you can see, kickboard, snorkel, pool boy, there's even a t-shirt in there. We wear t-shirts now and again just for added resistance training. Fins, that's everything ready to go. So
it's just not going into a pool, going backwards and forwards all the time, which I don't know how they do it because I don't get it. And for all the time I have been involved in swimming, I know absolutely nothing about it.
She really doesn't.
I don't do it.
She says, why just try a bit harder? It's not just trying a wee bit harder. It's
Megan will come in and say we did this drill 50 by, and I don't have a clue. But it's a lot of money, it's a lot of time. We have not been in a family holiday for
9 years.
9 years?
9 years. It's a proper family holiday.
Yeah, in 9 years. Because Megan is qualified every year for the British Championships and has been in France swimming for Scotland. So we haven't had a proper holiday for a long, long time. But you'd do it all again. We would do it all again.
I would do it again. There's things I would change.
But sometimes
I've learned just in hindsight that I would know, but I would do it again.
But you've been everywhere. I mean, what country have you not been to?
Well, Australia.
That's about the only place.
And I was meant to be going to Australia in a training camp and it got cancelled. So that's the only real.
But you've been to America, Iceland, Canada.
Don't start listing them, I'll be.
Germany, France,
Lines-Sutton, Portugal. I've been everywhere. Yeah. These are some of the trophies that I've achieved in the past year. Some of them are from my club championships. So this is the overall top swimmer in the club. This is for the overall top girl, and this one was for winning every single freestyle event, which I actually beat some of the boys in, so I was quite proud about that. These 2 trophies are from a competition that I've competed as part of a team, and I won top girl and we won top club. So because I was team captain, I got to keep the trophy. This trophy, although it seems the most unassuming and smallest, this is actually the best trophy to have won. This was at the Celtic University Championships, which was Ireland, Wales and Scotland. This was last year, and I won top girl at it, so this is the trophy I got. I'm surprised it made it home from that ball. That was a good time. But out of the big one, compared to this big one, this is the one that I'm most proud of. I fought off quite a lot of competition to get that because I scored the most points for the team. I'm really looking forward to the Scottish Gas National Championships. They're going to be amazing. They're held in Tollcross, which is where the Commonwealth Games are going to be held later on this year. It's also the Commonwealth Trials. I'm slightly apprehensive about the meet. I'm nervous. I do want to swim fast, but I do need to be realistic and remember that I am working 9 to 5 at the minute and trying to balance swimming and working as well.
And whenever Megan is racing, I never ever watch her diving in, ever. I always turn away.
That's because I was rubbish when I was younger.
But also,
could dive when I was younger.
You can get disqualified if you fall off the block. Remember that time that happened when you were... So
it's never happened to me.
Never happened to you, but we've seen it happen to other people. And I just turned away and go, is she in? Yeah, right, okay. And I can usually tell when I look at her for the first few strokes just how well she's going to do, because you just get that used to watching them all the time.
Was only 1/100 outside the Commonwealth Games.
I was really pumped up for the 50 fly. I was so ready for it, and the call room was really intense. It was the men's 53 that was in with us, and the girls 50 fly. It was just deadly silent. It was really kind of like this was a big meet. But I kept my cool quite well, and I felt that I got really pumped up at the right time, but it just didn't click for me. I don't know what happened. I've not got a chance to look back at my swim, but I was just a bit disappointed with my time.
Me just walking back to the pool, had my lunch, tried to sleep, so just heading back for the final session. So warm-up's at 4:30, session starts at 5, but I'm not swimming till about 7, so I've got quite a lot of time to prepare. But I like doing that. I like going, feeling the atmosphere and getting into the mood of things before a race. So the difference between tonight from this morning will be the atmosphere will be better, it'll be busier.
In lane 3, Mulcahy and Bearsden. 500 freestyle relay.
Session. Actually, one heat in the afternoon session, bringing it forward. Heats in the afternoon.
Mulcahy and Bearsden holding on, pressured at the finish. Page has got to get in. Silver medal.
I was really chuffed with that. That was quite a good swim, fastest front crawl I've done all season, and I've not really been training for it, so pleased with that. It was really good performance for the team coming back to clinch silver. Second best team in Scotland now, so that's really, really happy. And 2 of the younger girls got their first ever national medals, so that made me feel quite proud for them.
Mulcahy and Bearsden team, Megan Connolly, Anna Boots, Emily Tang, Kate Lang, the 2014 Scottish Gas National Champion.